Shalom, Israel, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. And this video is going into the Apocrypha. This video is going into the Apocrypha because, some people don't go by the Apocrypha. Because the Roman Catholic Church, if I'm not mistaken, they took the Apocrypha out the Bible. So some people don't go by the Apocrypha because they say it was never meant to be in the Bible, or something crazy. But I'm gonna put some precepts to show you that the Apocrypha indeed lines up with the history of it was in the Bible. If you get the King James 1611 version, the Apocrypha is already in there, but the rest of them they took the Apocrypha out because they didn't want you to know certain stuff in this Apocrypha. But I'm going to break down some scriptures to show you that it lines up with the Bible because it's part of the Bible. You understand. It says authorized King James Version at the bottom. And Apocrypha just mean hidden books. Apocrypha just mean hidden books. They trying to hide these books from you. They trying to hide these books from you. They don't want you to know about these books, man. They don't want you to understand about this Apocrypha. They don't want you to know about this Apocrypha. That it got something to do with the Bible because it's part of the Bible. But people say they don't go by the Apocrypha because it's not in a Bible. They think it's an ordinary book. But if you read the Apocrypha and it lines up with history of the Bible, you gotta face the fact that this is part of the Bible. Whether you like it or not, the Apocrypha is part of the Bible. And I got some precepts to prove that the Apocrypha is indeed part of the Bible. 110% lines up with the history of the Bible. In the Greek, I'm gonna get that. First, let me get John 10 and 22. This is the book of John, chapter 10, verse 22. And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of dedication. It was winter. So Christ celebrated the Feast of Dedication, and it was winter. You won't find nowhere else in the Bible where it talks about the Feast of Dedication. When else does it talk about the Feast of Dedication? Where else? In the Apocrypha. Because you go to 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 59, it says, moreover, Judas and his brethren, with the whole congregation of Israel, ordained that the days of the dedication, that's the Feast of Dedication, the days of the dedication of the altar should be kept in the season from year to year by the space of 8 days from the 5 and 12th day of the month, as loud with mirth and gladness. So that's telling you how to keep it. You won't find nowhere else in the Bible does it tell you how to keep the Feast of Dedication, but the Apocrypha, which is part of the Bible, it tells you. It says in their season from the year to year by the space of 8 days from the 5 and 12th day of the month. That's how you keep it, and that's the Feast of Dedication. It was in winter. But if the Apocrypha weren't part of the Bible, it wouldn't know that, and it wouldn't say that, because the Apocrypha is indeed part of the Bible, and it talks about the Greek captivity. The Bible don't talk about the Greek captivity. The Apocrypha, 1 Maccabees and 2 Maccabees, that's the whole Greek captivity right there. Alexander the Great, we learned about him in school. That's why they took it out too, because they want us to think. Because you gotta understand the so-called white man history revolved around the Greeks and the Babylonians. They love those people. In history class, they glorify the Greeks. So if they kept the Apocrypha in the Bible and we read the Bible, we'd be like, dang, these Greeks are nasty. They not like what they teach us in school. They teach us in school that the Greeks were so extraordinary and amazing, but the Bible tell you that they had people in slavery. They was killing the Jews. That's why they had to take it out, because it got the whole Greek captivity in the Apocrypha right here in the book. I'm going to show you. This Daniel chapter 8, verse 20 through 21. The ram which thou sawest having 2 horns are the kings of Media and Persia, and the rough goat is the king of Grecia. And the Greek horn that is between his eyes is the first king. Now let's find some more in that history. Let's see if the Apocrypha got some more of that history, what it just said in Daniel 8 and 20 to 21. It's 1 Maccabees chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chetim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians, and Medes. Same thing he just said in Daniel 8 and 20 through 21. That he reigned in his stead the first over the Greeks. That's the whole Greek captivity. And Daniel talks about the king of the Grecia, but the Apocrypha gets more in depth with it. It tell you what they done. It tell you what Philip. It tell you what Philip the Macedonian did. But talks about Darius the king. Man, it talks about Darius the king of the Persians. They took it out for a reason. Right? So if you want to know more about the Greek captivity, the truth about the Greek captivity, because the history class is gonna water it down and give you lies. But if you want to know the actual truth about what happened in the Greek captivity, get the Apocrypha or the King James 1611 version. It's got your whole history of what the Greeks undone. They whole history. They can't hide that. It's in the Apocrypha. They can't hide it. It's in here. So now I'm gonna show you some more of the history that's in the Apocrypha that lines up with Daniel 8 and 20 through 21. This first Maccabees chapter 1 verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antichos, surnamed Ephanes. I like if I said that wrong. Ephanes, son of Antichos, the king who had been a hostage at Rome, and he reigned in 137 years of the king of the Greeks. So it goes to the Greek captivity. It goes to the Greek captivity and who's running the Greek captivity. It tells you. But if you don't have the Apocrypha, you're not going to know about the Greek captivity. You're going to know about all the other captivities besides the Greek captivity, and you're going to be confused. Because you're like, dang, what happened on with the Greeks? You're not going to know unless you have the missing books of the Bible, or you have the 1611. You're not going to know about this history. So now I got some more stuff that lines up with the Bible, right? This is Jeremiah chapter 45, verse 1. The word that Jeremiah the prophet spake unto Baruch. So the word that Jeremiah the prophet spake unto Baruch, the son of Neriah, when he had written these words in a book. He written these words in a book. At the month of Jeremiah in the 4th year at Jeroboam, the son of Josiah, king of Judah. Now let's see what Baruch, the book of Baruch, which is an Apocrypha. Well, he was just writing. Now he said he wrote in a book. Let's see what Baruch 1 and 1 through 2 say. And these are the words of the book which Baruch, the son of Neriah, the son of Messias, the son of Sedesus, the son of Chelseas, wrote in Babylon in the 5th year and in the 7th day. And it also tell you when he wrote it. The 7th day of the month, what time as the Chaldeans took Jerusalem and burnt it with fire. And it talks about that history in the Apocrypha in Baruch. Look, I'm going to show you the book of Baruch in the Apocrypha. This is the book that it was left in. Look. Let me find Baruch real quick. See that? Baruch. It's in and it talks about what it just said when it said Jerusalem was burnt with fire. Talks about it. See that? Lines up with the Bible. It's part of the Bible, man. It's took out. It's a hidden book that was taken out. It was taken out. So for the people that say they don't agree with the Apocrypha or they don't read it or it don't make sense, they don't have no understanding. So check this out. This 2 Chronicles chapter 33 verse 18. Now the rest of the acts of Manasseh and his prayer. Think about that. Manasseh and his prayer now. Unto his God, and the words of the seers that spake to him in the name of the Lord God of Israel, behold, they are written in the book of kings of Israel. Now I'm gonna show you in the Apocrypha when it said the prayer of Manasseh. It says now the rest of the acts of Manasseh and his prayer unto his God, and the words of the seers that spake unto him, saying. Now let me get the book of the prayer of Manasseh. It's a whole book called the prayer of Manasseh. It's him praying. That lines up with the Bible. Boom. See that? See that? And it just said in 2 Chronicles. Now check this out. This 2 Chronicles chapter 33 verse 19. His prayer, Manasseh's prayer, also in how God was entreated of him in all his sin and his trespass, in the places wherein he built high places and set up groves and graven images. Before he was humbled, behold, they are written among the saying of the seers. So it's written in the book. It's written in here. It talks about him praying to the Most High for forgiveness because he's a sinner. You know, he trying to, the whole prayer of Manasseh, he asking for forgiveness for what he's done. It's in the Apocrypha. It's in this book right here. And then just read it, man. Just go into the prayer of Manasseh. You will see. Read the prayer of Manasseh, and you will see it lines up with 2 Chronicles 33, 18, 19 about him writing in the book of prayer of him asking for forgiveness for building graven images and all that. It lines up with the Bible. It lines up with the Bible, man. And also, 2 Ezra 6 and 54 through 57 lines up with the Bible too, because the Bible tell you that he has a chosen people and that he don't care about the other nations and that he only the God of the Israelites. So when you read 2 Ezra chapter 6 and 54 through 57, and it's another reason, it's the main reason. This verse right here is the main reason why they took the Apocrypha out of the Bible. But this verse right here. Because, America teach you that everybody equal. America teach you that everybody's equal, everybody the same, everybody bleed the same. It's true. Everybody do bleed the same. Everybody die. They go to one place. Their body go down to the soil. But we're not the same people, man. The Bible tell you that in the Apocrypha also, which is part of the Bible. It says that it goes in depth to prove to you. So if anybody reads 2 Ezra 6 and 54 to 57, they can't argue that everybody equal and that he loves everybody the same because of this verse right here. It took the Apocrypha out. But this verse right here so they can continue to say everybody equal, everybody the same, and finesse the people. So this 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 54. And after these Adam also, whom thou made the Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. So everybody comes from Adam. Every race of people that you see on the earth comes from Adam. But it said, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. So it tells you right there he has a chosen people. And what Deuteronomy 7:6 say? And what Deuteronomy 14:2 say? He has a chosen people. So that lines up with the Bible right there. It lines up with the Bible. Because the Bible tells you also that he has a chosen people. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou made the world for our sakes. That lines up with Psalm 82. And 6 through 8, I think, when he said you are gods, and it's a verse in John, I think, when he say, let me get it real quick. That lines up with us being the guys of this world because we the kings of the world. This John chapter 10 verse 34. Yahweh shall answer them, is it not written in your law? I said you are gods. So if you are God on the earth, let me get Psalms 82 and 6 through 7. I have said you are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, but ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. So if we judge in the earth, if he give us commands to judge the earth, that means the earth was made for our sakes, because we judging it. So when it said, verse 55, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou made the world for our sakes. He made the world for the Israelites' sake, because we the judges of the world. He made this world for our sakes. But verse 55, verse 56. As for the other people, now he's going to tell you how he feel about the other people that comes from Adam, which are not his chosen people. As for the other people, which also comes with Adam, thou hast said that there are nothing, but be like unto spittle. So he said the other nations are nothing in his eyes. They are like spittle to him. They're like spit to him. He can care less about the other nations. And have likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So he's saying the other nations is like a drop that falleth from a vessel. Just say you see a pipe. We all seen a pipe before, a little pipe, and you see the little water drop from the pipe and hit the ground. That's how these other nations is to him. Nobody don't care about that little drop that hit the ground. But that's how the other nations is in the Most High eyes. Now check this out. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen. Now talking about the other nations, because they're the heathen. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen which have ever been reputed as nothing have begun to be lords over us and devour us. So the heathens now, they rise over us and devour us because we didn't keep the commandments. So that's why, and that's part of the curses. That said that was going to happen in the curses of Deuteronomy 28, verse 15 through 68. So the Apocrypha is indeed part of the Bible. Straight facts. You know what I'm saying? So it's but the king, had to break that down that the Apocrypha is indeed part of the Bible. Like I said before, you can buy the Apocrypha separate. It's not that much. I think it's like $10. Or you can get the King James 1611 version. So the Apocrypha is already built in there. You don't have to buy a separate book. It's already in there. So this but the king, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashemi, Hawashai. I say Shalom.